Hey everybody, how's it going? Superfiend here, and welcome to the beginning of my Legendary Tomb Kings playthrough, where we will be playing the campaign as the Grand Hierophant Khatep. And so now that we got that out of the way, we're going to do this on the Vortex campaign. And here is the Grand Hierophant Khatep. We got the racial attributes over here. I'll talk about those a little bit in the campaign. Let's go ahead and look at the faction effects. This is, of course, the Exiles of Nehek. The initial challenge will be hard. Our suitable climate is going to be the mountains, and that's kind of where we start off over near the Dark Elves. And we have, we'll be generating 2 canopic jars per turn. That's part of our economy. Campaign movement range is increased by 5% for all armies. Casualty replenishment rate is increased by 10% all armies. And we have a, right off the bat, minus 40 diplomatic penalty with all Dark Elf factions. And so that's going to be our primary enemy for much of the campaign, at least the beginning. We also have a +2 recruit rank for Lich Priests. Oh no, +2 capacity, and then a +3 recruit rank right off the bat because of this guy here. We're going to start with some Carrion and a Hero Titan, which is kind of like a large monstrous unit, although for Tomb Kings they are called, where is it in here? Construct. Somewhere here. There it is, Construct. You can pause it, read that. It does not rout. It's immune to terror. And let's see, this is going to be Legendary. Very hard battle difficulty, of course. We'll go in here and set the battle timer to 60 minutes and try to shut the advisor up. And I'm going to let the cinematic play, so I'm going to shut up while that's going on for the sake of my viewers that maybe have never seen it or don't actually own Warhammer 2.
The sands of time ravage all. Mortals, monuments, even civilizations cannot stand against it. Their remnants lost beneath the dunes, awaiting discovery by the brave or foolish.
What's that? Shh. I can hear something. Come here, quiet.
Like time itself, the living are not welcome in Nehekara. For this is the land of the dead, ruled by the Tomb Kings, where only the expired may serve. The Mortuary cult were the first to deny death's embrace, if not the ravages of time. Lich Lord Khatep seeks to return the cult to Settra's grace. Eternity was promised, but the Tomb Kings awoke to unlife, no longer beatific sovereigns. Their kingdoms as decayed as their bodies. The glory of Khemri lost, forgotten. A comet, an omen. The Black Pyramid stirs, but does not wake. A vessel of untold power, awaiting a new master. But it remains sealed. The Lich Priests are tasked with finding access. They venture deep into the catacombs, seeking clues. Discovering an obelisk inscribed with hieroglyphs as old as the desert gods. The answer lies in the 9 books of Nagash, the original tomes of undead lore, authored by the arch-necromancer. Due to the turbulence of the vortex across the ocean, not 9, but only 5 books are needed. Then the pyramid shall open. Time has seen the books lost, scattered. Other Tomb Kings will seek them, for all desire the Black Pyramid. Begin the search. Raise your warriors. The legions of Khemri march to war.
Okay, here we go. We don't need to hear what the guy in the beginning there needs to say, and we don't need to see how they play. Right off the bat, we got some missions that have been issued to us. And I don't know about you, but I feel like the Tomb King's opening cinematic is rather long. So anyways, if you'd seen it before, sorry for including it in the video, but, you know, I do have viewers that don't own this game and may be interested in seeing it. So anyways, the Tomb Kings, what's so nice about them is their units, like their starting units are really kind of subpar. They don't do very well. Even these basic spearmen and these guys, which are supposed to be good sword infantry, they don't really hold up well against the, what are they called? The Dread Spears and then the Blackheart Corsairs that the Dark Elves have. So what we're going to do to start this campaign off is we're going to move this guy right over here. Oh, we have to do this. Okay, I like it on fast when we move, and then I like it on fastest when everybody else moves. Also, Tomb Kings came out like back in January, and I'm really late to the Tomb Kings party. I've only recently bought the DLC, which is why it's only just now showing up on my channel. Anyway, so collect any one of the 9 books in Nagash. That's one of our goals here. We need 5 out of 5. There's 9 on the map that we can collect to win. Capture and occupy a settlement belonging to the following faction: Ss'ildra Tor, that's these Dark Elves here. And research a Dynasty technology. Now, Tomb Kings don't pay any upkeep for their units. Their units are all free to recruit, and there's no upkeep per turn. And so we have, but we do use money to upgrade our buildings. So you can see this costs 4,000. And then we also have like a secondary economy of these canopic jars. And so one of the things we really want to make sure that we do is get good heroes that have a special trait that increases our canopic jar gathering. And so this starting wizard that we get right here, he's rank 1, and his starting trait is strong. We don't really need that. We don't need you, buddy. You're gone. You're out of here. And what we want to do is we want to come in here, at least this is how I think we should do it. We want to come in here to the Lich Priests, and these are lores of magic. We're going to go ahead with the Lich Priests, or the lore of Nehekara. And what we're really looking for is let's see if any of them have it right now. No, there's a trait Wise, and we want Wise on all of our casters. And the reason we want these Lich Priests instead of the other one was Lore of Light, we want Lich Priests because I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to recruit 2 of these right off the bat because we can. And you're going to see now that instead of being rank 1, they are rank 4, which means we could drop some points into this ability right here, which is a bit of a buff, and I'm not too worried about that. What I am more worried about is every time we cast, we get map-wide regeneration and resurrection of our troops. And since our starting troops are kind of trashy, that's a big boon for us. And of course, they have a little thing down here to generate canopic jars per turn. And if we put 3 points into it, we'll be getting 3 per turn. And the Grand Hierophant Khatep, he could actually get quite a few Lich Priests on the map, so we could be generating a lot of jars that way. And then the other thing we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead. Our starting units, like I said, are not that good. We're going to go ahead and build the Bone Shaper so we can get some Chariots. Chariots are very strong. And then I think what we'll do is we'll add 2 missile units, 2 skeleton archers, and then just another unit of spears. We don't need to be ultra picky about that. And we're not going to go ahead and upgrade this building here. We have research. I'm going to go ahead and pick the first one right there, and I'll talk a little bit more about the research like a different time. And that's really like all we can do as our opening moves here, right? Yeah, there's really not much else we could do. We could ask for peace from these guys. We do start at war with some beastmen. They'll be coming through our territory at some point. Now, I know that you could probably play the Tomb Kings very aggressive and expand fast, but I'm going to try to play them a little bit more of a like a slow build-up and then become a juggernaut and take over most of the map rather quickly. At least that's the goal. And the way their research works is part of the reason I'm going to play it that way. Okay, so let's see. We have another mission issue: construct a building that permits recruitment of more units. So when the chariot building finishes, that quest will be completed, and these guys have retreated back to their town here. We're gonna go ahead and move up to I don't know. Let's say about like here. Move up to about there, and let's go ahead and grab one more missile unit, 2 more spearmen. Oh, and then of course we want to embed these guys in the armies, or in the army. And that just completed a quest, which was to successfully carry out any hero action, and we got 15 jars for doing that. Oh, and then the other thing we want to do here, real quick, not recruit lord. We can't recruit any lords right now. Tomb Kings are capped in the number of lords they can have at any one time. They're kind of different. I'll talk about that. But anyways, so we got 14 turns left on this research, and we're recruiting, and pretty soon we'll be able to get some chariots. Now, this guy, he may decide to come up here and fight us, or he may not. We'll just have to wait and see. So, what are they doing? Okay, they're going to play the old swapperoo there. Now, let's see. Construct a building that permits recruitment of more units. So we completed that. We get a little boost to our treasury and 15 more jars. And then maintain a total of 8 units of the following type: spearmen and warriors. And we'll get some more to our treasury and some more jars. Obtain access to the following resources: exotic animals. We can find those down here. We got a follower +2 to local province. Okay, so we're just in range where we can attack here. And I don't want to attack yet. I want to wait until we have chariots. I want chariots. So what we can do is we can move up to, say, about here. And let's go ahead and add chariots, and then 1 more unit of archers. And let's go back over here and look in here. Okay, we're going to want to constantly cycle through these guys and try to get some that have the wise trait, but we're not getting any yet. And then we got 13 turns left right over here. I'm keeping a real close eye on this, and you'll see why. I'm thinking that I'm going to do the same thing in this campaign that I did in the Ungrim Iron Fist campaign. Okay, so they're going to push out and attack us, and it's pretty close to even. And you can see now why I didn't attack when they were in there with the garrison, because if this right here is even odds, I don't want to add their garrison into the fight. So anyways, I'm going to do this kind of similar to my Ungrim Iron Fist campaign, where the first episode is going to be kind of long, and we're going to try to get ourselves a nice foothold on the campaign map, or at least, like, you know, if you're going to lose a legendary campaign, you're typically going to lose in the first, like, 30 or 40 turns, although you can lose later. But if I make a nice, like, a 90-minute episode to start us off, then we got a pretty good chance of coming back in the second, the third, and the fourth and being successful. So at least that's the goal. I don't know. I mean, I could always lose. Okay, so what do we got here? How do we want to deploy with these guys? It probably doesn't matter too much. We don't have much in the way of hills. Like we do have a little hill right here. Oh, I love the sound effects with Tomb Kings. Like I said, I just got Tomb Kings recently, and I was kind of farting around with their campaign, and I was having quite a bit of fun with them, to be honest. And I thought to myself, you know what? I may be stretching myself a little bit thin, but I think this is a campaign that I really want to play on the channel, because it's going to be a fun one, I think. Oh, I love those sound effects. Very immersive. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and put all these guys in a single group. And we're going to let the Dark Elves come to us. They attacked, so, you know, the burden is on them. Let's see. Maybe we want to come back to like right about here. Yep. And we'll speed this up. Get them moving into us. Now this guy here, this is our Hero Titan. I hope I'm saying that right. Hero Titan, I believe I am. He's got a direct damage, and he's got a magic missile. And then our Lord here, he's got a cute little vortex, which is going to be fun. Let's move our archers up a little bit. They have more archers stacked on this side, right? And let's get our spears turned this way. Let's take guard mode off of these guys and get them over here. And then we want to pop it on this guy, and here's their stronger units. So I'm gonna slap that right there. And then we're gonna come in here and land on these guys. And let's aim at the Corsairs there. I feel like we're missing one of these guys. Okay, this is where we start buffing stuff. Now, we do have to be careful. We don't want our Lord to die. Okay, if he dies, it's bad news. Bad news for us if he dies. Let's move these guys right here and see if we can squeeze through this little gap and pull those guys back there. And this guy also, he's got a little buff here. Where's their Lord? Where'd he go? He's right there. Okay, let's get on their Lord here. And we got 11 seconds before we can cast this again. We want to get over here on their cavalry. Okay. And then we want to drop these pretty much anytime we can, because remember, we heal every time we use those. And we want to keep an eye on our Lord and any units that are losing combat. Okay. Let's come down here. Actually, let's hit these guys right over here. Hero Titan's doing good. Let's keep smacking them around. All of our heroes are doing okay. Now, one of the other thing that happens is as we lose units, we'll get a buff that replenishes units as well. This vortex is almost ready. Where did they got a nice strong showing? Like right here? Let's just drop that right there. There's my carrion. Can I get my carrion in the air? And we'll go ahead and drop that there. This is going to heal our units. Just want to keep this stuff going, these heals. Okay, now we're going to charge in over here with this mage. And we'll come over here, we'll hit these guys. Their swords are, or their cavalry is very obnoxious. Okay, how are we doing? We got guys that are dying left and right, but as more die right here, we're going to get some healing and stuff again. Okay, we need to get over here. Let's get our Hero Titan on their Lord. We'll just rampage right through here. Get these guys on their Lord. These first few battles with the Tomb Kings are really critical to like not take too many casualties. Let's get over here. There we go. We're going to get some more healing here. And now we're going to get a nice resurrection of Ushabti. These guys are going to come in here, and we're going to buff them up right when they show up. And then we're going to get a nice rear charge here. And then the other guy will buff these guys right over here. And then the Dark Elves, I believe, are going to start to break pretty soon. Let's get these guys back this way. Oh my god, these cavalry! They won't go away. Oh, this guy, he's fighting people down here all by himself. Ushabti are winning. Where are they at? Why are they not over here? Why are you not over here? Okay, these guys are on the verge of breaking. Come on, get on their Lord. Get on their Lord. Who are you? Oh, their Lord moved over. That's what happened. Let's get our carrion out. Okay, that unit is shattered. They're starting to shatter and break. Good. Okay, let's run them down here. Okay, let's run them down. Let's see. Let's blast those guys. And we just want to keep causing damage a little bit. We're gonna get any damage off that? Maybe. There we go. There we go. Doing a little bit. Doing a little bit. And we're going to speed things up. Okay, so most likely they will now retreat back into their settlement. And we will finish recruiting 2 chariots and a unit of archers. We can replenish a little bit or possibly merge units, and then we'll push up, we'll attack the settlement. That is the plan. Okay, now here, we're going to go ahead. We're going to take these 30 canopic jars because we really want a lot of jars quickly. The jars are going to be big for us. Okay, and let me just show you really quick if you don't know about it. The reason the jars are big is because they're part of the crafting here. So, like, to be able to craft things, this right here is to release regiments of renown. But over here we have craftable items. Some of them are quite good, but they usually take jars and resources to craft. And also, if we look down here in our research, our technology, some of these things have a cost in canopic jars to research them. So we need lots and lots of canopic jars for this campaign to work correctly. Okay, so they moved back into there. We're mostly replenished, although we are sorely missing. We need some more front line. And then over here, what I want to do, we need to disband these casters and get some new ones. But I'm just trying to decide if we want to push forward and attack these guys in the settlement. I think we could do it. I think we could do it. Let's go hit them. Yeah, it's a little bit in our favor. And here we go. Now, Tomb King Chariots, they're very strong. They don't deploy as single units. They're actually a unit of chariots or a group of chariots. And we're going to be able to use them to cause some pretty significant damage to these ugly elves here. Now, we're going to go ahead. We're going to set everybody up just kind of like this. The chariots, though, will go over here. We really don't have much of a front line. That makes me a little bit nervous. More than a little bit nervous, to be honest. Okay, but we're gonna cruise up this way and then like turn about like this, maybe. And we have to find the weak spots for our chariots, right? Or the other thing we do is we use our chariots to just like kite around half their army while we wear down the other half, and then our forces all meet up together, which that could work too. And right now, they seem to be favoring chasing our chariots a little bit. And we'll let them do that. And then we got a couple units over here which really aren't doing much. So like these guys, we could knock these guys down pretty easily, I think. In fact, what happens if we bring... Nope. Now they're heading back over. Oh, they turn their archers around. Okay, so about like that. I want to watch out for their corsairs and whatnot. You know what? This could be a good time to plow into these guys. Okay, let's see if we can move right through them. And then we'll get these guys up on the hill here. Oh, yeah. Okay, peel out that way and hit these archers right here. We want to knock out their missile units a little bit if we can. Just like pull it right through, please. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Run them down. Run right through them. Come on. This is where we could do some real damage. Okay, and meanwhile, all this stuff is kind of getting in the position over here. And let's see, direct damage on their lord. Let's smash into these guys and break them fast. They're taking a bit of damage over here. That's going to give us healing. Okay, their lord is losing this fight here. And then now we want to get these chariots over this way. And we want to run these guys down a bit if we can. That is their garrison general unit. And we'll pull back over here with the chariots. And we want to move up so we can use our vortex right in here. Let's see. Yeah, right there. And these guys are still distracted by our chariots over there. So that's all well and good. Yeah, there we go. Everybody who's crowded around our Hero Titan is getting completely trashed. Let's get around over here behind their missile units. And let's get our carrion up this way. Hero Titan's nice and strong. Okay, here we go. Let's hit these guys. We should be able to crumble them right here with a nice charge in the back. And we should be able to break these dark shards over here. Let's get our units moved up. Gotta watch out for the carrion here. Okay, one group of chariots over there and one group over here. And we will start to get some replenishment in just a moment. Let's use our carrion to run down the dark shards that are currently broken. And we don't want to lose this guy. And we want to get some nice focus fire on all this stuff over here that's now joining into the fray. Actually, this way, this way, this way. This way, this way. This stuff over here is breaking. And here we go. We can drop that one there. Drop this one right over here. Let's see if we can crash in over here and break these guys. Hero Titan's doing good. We're going to start to get some healing in a second here. Okay, now let's slam in over this way. Let's bring these guys over here to hit the Corsairs. We just lost a complete unit. That's okay. Bring these guys back. Okay, stuff is starting to shatter and break. And there we go. Now, we don't actually need to run them down any further because it's a settlement battle. Okay, now we're going to start off with an Occupy, and that's going to give us 30 jars. And so now here we are, we're in here, and we also got a follower, which reduces infrastructure cost. Capture and occupy a settlement belonging to the following faction, Ss'ildra Tor. So we got some more jars and a little deposit into our treasury. And then maintain control of one province, either by direct ownership or through vassals and military allies. So if we come up here, and we settle in Tyrant Peak, that will be this entire province. One of our disadvantages up here is this is a very big province. To like run back and forth in here requires a lot of movement range. And we're going to be playing the first like 60-ish turns of this campaign pretty minimalist with hopefully just one army. Okay, the Grand Hierophant has gained a level. And where do we want to go first with him? I don't really think that we need him to be like a super good caster. That's kind of not my desire. So we're going to go down the red line first, and we're going to go to Sun-Scorched Bones. And what that's going to do is it's going to make our Nehekara Warriors, Tomb Guards, Skeleton Warriors, and Skeleton Spearmen units a little bit better. So we're going to go down that way. And we can close that. And then craft any item or awaken a Legion of Legend via the Mortuary Cult. We'll get 1,000 in our treasury and 15 jars for that. And you would be tempted to come in here and maybe awaken these guys right here and spend a little bit of money in jars, but we are not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Can we... Yeah, okay. The reason we're not going to do that is what we want is we want the Herald of Jaff over here, which costs 150 jars, and then it gives us a follower that will give our army death blow for most of our infantry units, and that's going to be a pretty big boost for us in the beginning of the campaign when fighting our battles. So let's see. We need... We're going to go ahead. We're going to grab just some more regular spearmen. And we're going to pop in here to recruit hero. Now, where are these guys? I don't think they're anywhere where they can move in and attack us. So let's go ahead. We're going to get rid of our 2 priests. I know this seems counterintuitive. And we're going to recruit 2 new Lich Priests. And again, what we're looking for is the wise trait. And that's what we want. And every time we recruit these guys, we can go ahead and pop points in like this so that if we do have to use them in the army, they're just as good as they used to be. We're not really going to be using a lot of the other spellcasting skills that they have, at least not for a little while. And let's see. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to demolish this building because we're not planning to hold on to this settlement. We're actually planning to let the Dark Elf faction take it back so that we can come back in here and turn it into a reliable source of jars. So we're only going to be here long enough to recruit a couple units and for the 30 jars from occupying, and then we're gonna bounce out of there. We're gonna let the Dark Elves come back in and take it. And then we'll take it back from them. At the start of your turn, have at least 250 canopic jars, and we'll get 3,000 to our treasury for that. Now, if we pop in here and we look at potential heroes, we still have not gotten a wise hero. I don't know why the game is being so stingy with that. But them's the breaks. Okay, we're going to come back to about here. We're going to go ahead and recruit just some more basic spearmen. Actually, you know what? We're going to get some sword units. And there's only 1 Lich Priest available, so what we'll do is we'll move in there to replenish, and we'll go ahead, we'll disband this guy. And we'll do this again. And we're going to keep doing this until we get the attribute, the trait that we're looking for on these guys. And we're going to go ahead and put a point into Sun-Scorched Bones to be a little bit stronger here. And let's see, can we do anything else? We're going to go ahead, we're going to spend 2,000, and that's going to open up the Skeleton Archer Chariots. And even though they're missile units, they will do us well in terms of melee charging into stuff. So we want to get a little bit extra oomph in our fighting power via the chariots. Oh, what do you know? Now here we have a chance to get a free hero or to get a boost to our treasury. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take the Necrotect. And that's going to recruit one of them right up here. And let's see, we're going to go ahead, we're going to embed this guy in the army. And you'll see here that he increases mobility. And a moment ago, I was talking about how big this starting province is. Well, that Necrotect is going to help us cover this territory because he's right here. And as we put skill points in with him, we can get an additional 15% movement range on our army. I believe it's on the whole army, right? Yes, of the parent army. So we really want that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get rid of this guy. And we're going to recruit one more. Here we go. This is what we're looking for. Wise. Canopic jars generated per turn 2 and recruit rank +1 for all units in the hero's army. So here we're going to go ahead and put it right back into where it was. And let's see. We can't really move very far, but we can recruit. And I'm thinking that's looking pretty good. I'm hoping these guys will come up here and take the settlement from us. That's what I'd like. And they are still no-shows. They are still no-shows. We have unlocked 2 of our rights, actually. We can get the Casket of Souls, which is kind of nice, but not really critical for us right now. Recruit rank +2 for all units faction-wide. That is kind of nifty, actually, but I don't want to spend the 5,000 yet. Or we can get this guy right here, which will immediately colonize runes at level 3. And it costs 4,000 to bring him in. Now, the danger in doing that is the settlement that we would want is way up here, and the beastmen are going to come in and cause problems. So it's a little too early in the campaign to be doing that kind of thing. Now, if we want to move this army forward, the farthest they can go is there. So let's just like creep up with our hero here. Okay, so they're way over there, huh? Well, I think we have a good opportunity to come in and hit this settlement right here. So let's move up. And still keeping an eye on this over here. We have 8 turns until this research is done. And let's see, these guys, they haven't moved out of there yet. Ensure that one of the following buildings have been constructed. Mausoleum. I'm pretty sure that's this right here. It's the next rank there. All right. Oh, we got a full stack, and this guy's not in the army. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop. You know what? We're gonna let him. No. We're gonna drop a unit of skeleton warriors. Or skeleton spearmen. Okay, we have an Imminent Rebellion too, which is eek. Yeah, we're gonna come over here and encircle. Okay, and then we're gonna embed this guy. And we'll go ahead and attack this here. We're gonna auto-resolve this. And pretty favorable. And we're going to go ahead, we're going to occupy and get 30 more jars. And let's see, that's going to get us another point for the Grand Hierophant Khatep. I like doing that. Now, let's see. I'm thinking for this one, I'm thinking we're going to do the 10% movement range because we got a long trip to get back up here. Okay, we got a long trip ahead of us. And we're not going to bother upgrading this settlement here, so we can skip through that stuff. Imminent Rebellion, yeah. One thing we can do, maybe, will be enough. I was going to say we could turn off taxes and buy us an extra turn. If I was paying better attention to it, that's what I would have done. Okay, and then we have 7 turns. 7 turns until that research is finished. I wasn't thinking that was going to happen. Why are you so mad at us? That's not good. Oh boy, that's gonna make the campaign a challenge because lizardmen units against our basic skeletons. You know, I don't know why he's so mad at us all of a sudden, but that's not good. That's not good. And they're gonna lay siege up here with that army.
Bigger, mightier.
Yes, we got problems. Now, you can see here that this does not bode well for us. Hopefully they decide to lay siege for a turn or two and give us time to get up there. Here we go. Our Necrotech, we're going to go ahead and put a point in here into increased mobility so that we can cover ground just a little bit faster, not much. We'll go into forced march, and we're going to like hightail it back here as fast as we can. And I'm going to come down here. I don't really want to be at war with you. Oh boy. I'm a little surprised that they declared war on us that fast. All right. Anyways, 6 turns. 6 turns until that research is done. I'm just hoping these guys don't attack our settlement. If they do, we're gonna have problems. And I don't really care about this army raiding down here. They're going to go take this back. They'll take this back, and then we'll take it back from them. That's fine. That is fine. Sign a non-aggression pact with the following faction, Dracula Coven, and we'll get some jars and a little bit of treasury boost. Dracula Coven's these guys right here, and they're pretty amenable to it off the bat, but they're not agreeing to it right now. So we'll try again in another turn or so. Okay, now we can get all the way up here with our necrotech, or with our army. And we can go ahead and look at what this looks like. Really? Really, huh? Pyrrhic victory. Now, we're going to go ahead here. Yeah, that looks fine. We're going to go ahead here. We're going to take the canopic jars. And that's going to bring us up to 196. And then we will settle down right here in the settlement. Now, which one of these guys is wise? Because it's been a little while. Good time to come in here. Here we go. We got another one that's wise. That's an extra 2 jars per turn. So, is it this one? Khatep. We want to get rid of him. Disband. And then we want to recruit this guy here that's wise. It's going to give us extra jars per turn. Put our points in like that. And then we got points here that we can spend. And we're going to go ahead. We're going to put it here in the canopic jars. I don't really care about the spells right now. Okay. And that's going to give these guys an opportunity, because we need to take a turn or two to build our forces back up. It's going to give them a chance to go and take some of this stuff back, which is just going to give us an opportunity to earn more jars, right? And we can't recruit anything else, right? Good. Oh, and then when we go to recruit again, we can get the archer chariots also. And we have 5 turns on our research down there in the corner for our dynasty. So, okay, they're going to go straight up to that one. That's absolutely fine. I'm okay with that. Go ahead, knock yourselves out. And then it looks like they're going to go down here to Sulfurets, however you say that. But they didn't take it from us. They sacked it, it looks like. When's the magic reduced for all armies for 5 turns? That's kind of cruddy. All right, so we're going to drop this guy in here. Give us a little bit more replenishment. And let's see. We want 2 chariots, and we need some more spearmen. And let's go ahead. Oh, then that'll fill us up. So no sense in recruiting from the global pool. Okay. Right. And the reason I haven't spent any jars yet is because we have this this quest in here. To have 250 jars at the beginning of a turn. So I'm just waiting for that to happen. Oh, one thing we can do.
I have seen your death. And
sign non-aggression with them. No, they still don't want to. And we'll try for peace with the lizards. No, they don't care. I'm hoping that Hishwaddle mostly ignores us and like doesn't actually come up here, but I don't know. They may come and fight us. Oh, they raised it. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. I thought they would settle it for sure. That's an interesting choice. Okay, let's try again up here because we want those jars. Okay, give us the jars, people. There, now they accepted. And can we get peace with these guys? No. He's still not having any of it either. Okay. 3 turns on our research, and we're going to cruise all the way down to here. And we'll recruit 2 units of swordsmen, and that fills up our ranks. And we're not going to build any buildings or anything right now. We've got a third right here, which would create a sandstorm in our settlements or in our provinces and cause attrition to any enemy armies, but we don't really need that right now. It's not something that we're going to really benefit from at this point. Okay, and there's the beastmen finally showing up. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? They're way up there. They're like 2 turns away. So what we'll do is we'll cruise all the way up to here. Whoa.
No.
They raised it and then they settled it, huh? So they're gonna be weak. Yeah, look at that. They're all beat up. And we have 2 turns here. 2 turns. So next turn, we're going to go in and we're going to attack those guys. We're going to cause problems for them if we can. And it looks like Skaven has declared war on them also. Well, I wasn't expecting that. And now we have Imminent Rebellion. So, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to pull all the way back here. Going down and attacking the town is not as important as making sure that we don't lose this from the Rebellion or the incoming Beastmen. And we can't put a point in here for the increased movement. So what we will do is we'll put one over here for the canopic jars. And then right here, this is very important. Okay, so now looking at the dynasties, the way the Tomb Kings work is you have these traits or whatever going across these skills going across the middle here. And when you finish researching them, you get +1 to your army capacity. However, your research rate gets reduced by 30%. So these all right now take 15 turns, but if we let this finish, they're all going to jump up to like 18 or 19 or 20 turns. And then if we finish another one, it's going to take longer. And then all of these down here will also take longer as they get unlocked. So we're not going to actually finish this, and we are not going to increase our army capacity at this time. What we're going to do with 1 turn left is we're going to go over and we are going... Let's see. I think this one. Yeah, this one right here. Because this one has extra abilities where we can make our Hero Titans and our Tomb Guard and our Embedded Heroes better. So now we're going to start researching Wisdom of the 4th Dynasty. And we're going to continue trucking along with a single army right now in the campaign. And we don't care about the Rebellion. We don't care about these guys fighting us. Well, if the Beastmen attack us, they could get an ambush. That could be bad for us. So let's just hope the Beastmen don't attack our army. Because we're in forced march. We can't get away from them. Could be bad. Could be bad. They're kind of like one of the last factions on here. Oh, they didn't. So goody. And then these guys are going to lay siege. Okay, well, you could pretty much expect that the Beastmen are here in an ambush somewhere, right? And the only way we can uncover them is like to hope that they get uncovered during the enemy moves or just by moving forward. So, all right, we got lucky. We're gonna go ahead. We'll auto resolve this here. We're gonna take the 30 canopic jars. That's gonna bring us up to 277. And then we've also completed this quest. At the start of our turn, have at least 250 canopic jars. So we just got 3,000 in our treasury, bringing us up to 10,000. And then we're just going to hull up in our province right there. And we'll put another point here into Sun-Scorched Bones. So we're looking good so far. We're looking good. And where did these guys go? Did they like go back in here? Now, one thing we could do is we could turn off taxes for a little bit, and that might buy us an extra turn of movement to go hit the settlement again. So let's turn the taxes off and see if that buys us like an extra turn without the rebellion. Okay, so here they come, back up into our territory. And the beastmen are raiding, so we might have a battle against them if we have the movement to get there. Okay, Power of the Cult. Recruit a lord, and we'll be given 30 canopic jars for that. Let's see here. We're losing a little bit of money per turn. Can we get all the way over here? I don't think we have the movement to get there, but it's looking like it might let us. I didn't think we had the movement. Okay, so we're going to have to do our best here. Obvious advice, right? Let's do our worst. But if we can beat these guys like thoroughly, and maybe we can, I don't know, maybe we can't. That's going to put us in a good position on the campaign map, because maybe we could get peace with them. Maybe they'll like leave us alone, or maybe we'll be able to farm them a little bit for jars or money. Okay, we're going to go ahead. We're going to gamble here, because that's really not good wins of magic. We got a little bit lucky. And they got a bunch of dogs. So here's what we're going to do. We got our melee chariots. Okay, now these two guys are not like anything spectacular. Put our hero titan up there. Actually, let's do spears, swords, boom, boom, boom. And we'll just like draw a line right back like that. And then we want our missile chariots kind of over that way, I guess. And then our spearmen. Yeah, okay. And what is the range on 200 meters? So we got big range on this. And what we want to do is we want to use it to take out some of the dogs. We don't want these flanking forces of dogs getting around us. Right? And it looks like the AI is sending some dogs off this way. All right, so while they're kind of grouping up over here and getting their missile units all figured out, let's see if we can run these dog units off the field. They're immediately taking heavy casualties. Okay, and they're bringing more dog units up to bear, so let's pull back. Just reducing their numbers, we got one unit shattered, but just reducing their numbers is kind of a, a good deal in my mind. We didn't have to completely run them off the field. So now we're going to let these guys come up a little bit this way. And there we go. Lots of stuff being revealed here. And we got more dogs over here. Okay, let's hit these dogs. And then we got a nice little clump of stuff over here. We'll hit those dogs. Okay, now let's pull back because we got our archers are doing some of the work over here too. Oh yeah, where's our... All right, goody. And then now let's get over here on the missile. Actually, let's pull back. Let's pull back a little bit. They're doing a little bit of damage over there. Come on, missiles. Cruising out that way. All right, here we go. It's going to get a little nasty. Let's drop that on there. Lord. Hit that back there. Try to get through the gaps and stuff over here. Oh, these guys are getting wrecked. Okay, where are our casters? Alright, Chariots are having a rough time. Let's get in here. Our first level of healing has just kicked in. Okay, now let's get in here with these things. And we need to run these guys down the line. There we go. Let's run down some of those missile units there. Okay, let's come in and let's run down the Lord with our Carrion. Please, Carrion, come over here. We're going to get a nice vortex in here. Look at that. It's just tearing a path through that, all that stuff over there. That's awesome. Okay, now we got a little issue coming in over this way. Let's see. Who... Okay, let's bring these guys to intercept. Okay, now let's get the Chariots coming in. Should have most of our Chariots. Who are you? Get back over here this way. Did we lose a Chariot? I think we lost the Chariot. Okay, let's bring these guys back. Where did their Lord go? You get our missile units here, and here, let's plow into these guys. Let's get our lines straightened out a little bit and get our Hero Titan here. Where is he here? Blast those things. Yeah, there we go. And now let's charge up with this guy. Okay, and let's go hit the missile units again. And it's going to give us more heals. A couple seconds and we'll drop another vortex on them. There we go. These guys are now being seen off the field yet again. And now we're getting the mass route. It wasn't easy, but it wasn't impossible. And we did pretty good. We lost one unit of Chariots, but we can recruit them very easily as Tomb Kings. And so, not worried about it. This is something new I've noticed with my game. Occasionally when I click end turn, it takes forever. I don't know what, or in battle, I don't know what it's doing. Okay, so I'm almost tempted to do the treasury because it gives us 2 turns of 20% campaign movement range, which is huge. But then again, the jars are big. The jars are really big. You know what? We're going to take the treasury and the campaign movement range bonus because that's going to allow us to maybe run these guys down on our next turn. Now, we can't move any further, right? Yeah, we can't. So let's go ahead here and get another chariot, replenish that. And we got 13 turns over here. Now, do we have any more quests that are asking us to have like a number of canopic jars? If we research a dynasty technology, we'll get 1,000 to our treasury. Here's what I think we're gonna do. I think we're gonna go in here. We were doing Wisdom of the Fourth. We're gonna go ahead and get the Herald of Jaff, and that's gonna get us the Follower, which gives Death Blow to most of our infantry, and that's gonna give us a leg up in battle. It's gonna make us better. Over here with the Lich Priest guy, we're gonna put a point into the Canopic Jar gathering, and we're gonna put another point into Canopic Jars on the other Lich Priest. For the Necrotech, we don't need all this other stuff quite yet. We're going to go ahead and do jars there. So now we've got 3 heroes that are granting 6 jars per turn. If we go ahead and we look up here, we can see that we are earning 8 jars per turn. The other 2 jars are coming from our legendary lord, Grand Hierophant Khatep. And let's see, what do we want to do in here with him now? We could do Master Charioteers. Very tempting. Increased, is it charge bonus right off the bat for our Chariots? Yeah, that's really nice. But I think we're going to put the 3rd point. Oh, what's this one right here real quick? You know what? We're going to do Mortuary Cult Scholar, because that's going to give us an additional Canopic Jar per turn, and it's going to allow us to recruit another Lich Priest. So we'll go ahead, we'll do that. Then we're going to immediately pop in here and look at the Lich Priests. We can't get the Shadows ones until we get one of the books of Nagash, one of these 5 books. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead, we'll get this guy, and then we'll disband him, and then we'll get the other guy. We want to go through them rather quickly because we want to get one again that has the Wise trait. And because we're not going to be using this guy in an army, we'll just put the 3 points right in here for an additional 3 jars per turn, which doesn't look like it's taking effect yet. Now, let's see. You know, instead of recruiting, I'm going to get right up on these guys. I'm going to get right up on their tails. And if they try to underground move to get away, maybe we'll intercept them and just destroy the faction. They might even be willing to go for peace. Yeah, see? Oh, that's tempting. That's tempting. Because then they're at war with the Cult of Pleasure. Let's wait like 1 turn. If we can't wipe them out, then we'll declare peace. I think. I also want to get the lizard men off our backs too at some point. Okay, here they go. They I think they sacked it once. Now they'll probably occupy. Nah, they just want to sack it over and over again. It's interesting. They're stealing 22 gold from us per turn. Here we go. We'll just auto-resolve. And we will take Canopic Jars. The Tomb Kings revolve around the jars, okay? We need the jars. And here we go. Casualty replenishment plus 8. Leadership plus 10. Yeah, that could be nice. Or 40 jars. We'll go ahead, we'll get 40 more jars. And so we've completed some quests and whatnot, and we can now immediately go in here and give this guy the Herald of Jaff, which is what we just researched, and this gives Death Blow for Naggarond warriors, skeleton spearmen, skeleton archers, and tomb guard units. That's going to make us a little bit more competitive on the battlefield. And this guy doesn't need a +9 melee attack. We're going to take that away in hopes of maybe getting a better item. Now, oh, here, this is cool. Let's see. The Lich Staff. Search any ruined settlement for treasure. Well, let's see. We're still at war with these guys. Can we... Okay, let's declare peace with these guys. Let's do military access. Can we do an alliance? I don't know if I want to do a defensive alliance. Let's just do non-aggression pact. Let's make them give us money. 1,700, will they do that? Peace treaty in 1,200. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So now we don't have to worry about them. Yeah, sorry, I cleared my throat. I tried to mute my mic. I don't know if it worked or not. I never really know until like after the fact. This guy, the channeler, we want to get rid of him. Yep. And we want to go right back in here. And we're just looking for another Lich Priest with the wise character trait. And we'll just keep doing that. So we're up to 14,000. Guess what? Now is a good time to raise this guy. Boop. Okay, so we'll bring him in. And we'll use him to go settle Tyrant Peak, I think. And then coming down over here, what we'll do... we have a quest to search any ruined settlement for treasure. I don't want to do that yet. We're gonna move. Oh, let's see. Where are we at with public order too? If we turn on taxes, it'll be at -90. Okay, we're gonna have to fight a rebellion in 2 turns, so that's about how long it'll take us to go up here and come back. So we will go ahead and search this for treasure. Treasure hunt. I always hate doing these. It's never really beneficial. Okay, that actually... Income from trade, -25%. Blech.
What is dead should dead remain.
Uh-oh. You gonna start a fight with me, Morathi? I hope not. Yeah, we can't move any further. Oh, we cannot recruit either. Darn. Okay. Let's come down here. We do have 235 jars. That's pretty good. So let's, what else can we do here? Ushabti, Tomb Guards, Necro Sphinx, Chimerian War Sphinx, Vanguard deployment for skeleton chariot units. That could be handy. Hawkeye. Where is it? Hawkish Precision for Skeleton Archers, Skeleton Chariots, Ushabti, Great Bow, and Bone Giant units. We're going to go ahead. We're going to get this right here because we are running with 4 units of Skeleton Archers and 2 units of Skeleton Chariots, so I think that would be a good follower to have in our army. And yeah, that's it. Let's go ahead and turn. Let's hope that Morathi doesn't decide she wants to declare war on us. I don't know what she's doing over here. She should be fighting the lizards or something. All right, so we got that. And rebellion on its way in. We'll force march all the way back to here. This is the guy that's going to colonize our runes, so we'll send him up. And this guy here, we're going to disband. And go back in, and we're looking for... What's this? Ambush success chance 10% in local owned region. That's kind of nice, but I want the wise trait instead. That's what I want instead. I don't know why these guys are going up here and attacking this. Since we're going to have a rebellion no matter what, we might as well turn on taxes and get that extra 38 gold. And then we'll go back over here to the Dynasties. We have 100 jars. These require 150, so we'll go back over to the Wisdom of the 4th Dynasty. And we'll just start researching that. Oh, we got skill points. And we'll put points into Canopic Jar Gathering, Imminent Rebellion, end turn, blah, blah, blah. Oh, is she going to settle that? No, you're not going to settle that. She wants to settle it. What is she doing? And they're going to go and run back home to their capital. And they'll lay siege. Oh, you know what? I forgot to equip the Herald of Khemri. We would have had it this turn if I hadn't forgotten. We could put another point here to increase mobility, bringing us up to 10% movement range. Ooh, Marathi, what are you doing?
You are denied even life.
She really doesn't like me.
Marathi will aid you.
Well, this is risky, but there's really not much else we could do with this guy. So we might as well just throw him in here. Yes, there we go. Issue a commandment. Let's go ahead. This gives us growth and campaign movement range 10% for own armies and starting region. And let's just start with the walls and nothing else. If we can't get the walls up, then that settlement is done for no matter what else we do. So we'll just go for the walls. And this is an easy auto-resolve. We're going to take the Canopic Jars yet again. That puts us up to 192. And then we will we'll squeak on out of here a little bit. Go away, info screen. And we will turn off taxes. We will disband this guy. And we keep getting that same ability. We keep getting traits, the Channeler trait. Did any more of these open up? Where is research rate, construction cost? That's nice. This is available at rank 10, so we got 3 more levels for that. We do want to get that when it's available. It's going to be really good for us. And we got 3 turns for that. And let's see, what else can we do? We got 11 turns here. We could do this Vanguard deployment for skeleton chariots. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. That is also going to be good for us. We want every advantage we can going into these battles here because we are only running with a single army of pretty trashy troops. So we need every advantage we can get. Okay, good. She's not attacking us, so that gives me relatively strong hopes that we're going to be able to hold on to that. Although these guys, they've ended their non-aggression pact. Okay, well, if you must, you know, I don't personally think it's the right thing for you to be doing, but. Okay, issue a commandment. We completed that, so we got 500 to our treasury. We finished a dynasty research, which now we have the Herald of Xantry. So let's go ahead and do that. So our skeleton chariots will have Vanguard deployment. And we want to pop back down here. We're down to 59 jars, so we'll go back into the wisdom of the 4th dynasty. We got quite a few turns, I think, before a rebellion. So I think we could move further south with this army. But before we do, let's get rid of this guy again. And we're just going to keep... There we go. Wise. That's what we wanted. And bam. So that's an extra like 6 jars per turn or something like that. Now this is where things start to get a little bit fun. Let's see. Do we want to try and go hit these guys again down here? Maybe. And what about our buddy Heshwaddle? You want to rethink this? Not yet. Okay, let's go ahead and get non-aggression pacts with these beastmen tribes. Let's get a little bit of money out of this one. Too much? Better? No? Non-aggression pact? Alright. Just non-aggression pact then. And the reason we're doing that is these beastmen tribes, they're way up here. And we don't want them to come down and cause problems for us, basically. In fact, I think it's probably the beastmen laying siege over here. And. So Marathi's leaving. Until we get walls, I don't feel comfortable building the actual buildings there yet, though. It's still too soon. And let's see. This gives us 10% movement range in our own province, so that's going to give us a little bit of a boost to get all the way down here, maybe. And how many jars per turn are we earning? 17 currently. And good, Marathi's still leaving. Go away, shoo. Shoo! Okay, non-aggression pact, and they're going to pay us. But they are now at war with the beastmen, so we're going to decline because we don't want to upset our beastmen friends. They should have thought about that before they declared war or broke our non-aggression pact. Now, one of the beastmen tribes has been destroyed. You know, that happens from time to time. And we got a chance here to get 40 more jars, so we'll take that. Attack a force belonging to the Teeth Snatches, and we'll get 2,015 more jars. And that would be these guys right up there. Okay, now with this guy here, what we're going to do... you know, I'm kind of tempted to, like, send him off into the water and just sell around and discover factions. So let's do that. And let's see. Look at this. We can get all the way down to the settlement, I think. Like, such huge movement. Oh, yeah, and it's, like, totally unprotected. So here we go. Now, we can auto-resolve this one. Who is this? Vaiana. Whatever. You're dead. You're dead. And we're going to go ahead. We're going to occupy... Actually... Boom, 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 boom. Let's raise it. Let's raise it. Raising it is going to give us jars. And that's like my bigger concern over most other things. Okay, you guys... You better not attack my settlement over there. I'm going to be really pissed if you do. We got some Ushabti, a Tomb Prince. Okay, we got 10 turns over here on that. Unassigned skill points. This is our Necrotech, so more jars. You guessed it. We are all about the jars. And this is Grand Hierophant Khatep. Oh, I didn't say it right. Oh, well. Oh, well. Now, let's see. Let's see. What do we want next? I'm kind of thinking that, like, later in the game, we'll probably have some Ushabti with him. Or, you know what? Let's, oh, we can't do these yet. We're not high enough level. Rank 10. Rank 10. Ah, man. Where do I want to put my points? Chariots? You know, there's a lord that we could get later that's, like, really good for chariot. Well. This is a really tough choice. I don't know where to put this. Let's go ahead and do Witness to the Golden Age, because we're gonna end up with this no matter what, I think. Are we gonna end up with this? 5% research rate is, you know, considering that every time we complete one of the major Dynasties, we take a 30% hit. That extra 5% is like, it's a little boost that I think we'll need. And can we go for the walls yet? One more turn. Yeah, right. We are approaching that hour and a half mark, which is about where I want to end this episode. Things I think are going pretty good. And we'll squeeze a couple more turns out, and we'll just see where that leaves us when we come back for the next episode. I am looking forward to this campaign. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Stay away from my city. I don't like them. Okay, so destroy the following faction. Turns to complete. Oh, mission failed. I failed it. Never mind. Uh-oh. And we got Imminent Rebellion. So we need to start, like, hightailing it back home. And let's get this guy, like, cruising that way. I hope that they don't send a Dark Elf hero over here and wound him. They do have a little death hag here. Level 1. You feel any different? Why do you hate us? Like, what did we do to you? We didn't do anything to you. Okay, and now, because we do take a lot of casualties every battle, we're going to put some points in the replenish troops. And we got 9 turns there. Ooh. We could spend 3,000 and give those guys a lot of attrition up there, but we're not going to do that. Oh, wait a sec. Yeah, okay. No, I think we're good. Imminent Rebellion, damage building, blah, blah, blah. These guys better not attack my settlement. Just, like, let me... Ooh, made me nervous. Made me nervous. Okay, here we go. Melee attack plus 10 for melee infantry units, all armies. Great. Alright, well, we're going to get this guy into the water over there unless he gets wounded. See if we can get all the way over here and attack them. Walk across. Almost. We'll auto-resolve this one too. We'll take the jars. We'll almost always take the jars when we squash a rebellion. And then we will go in the force march. And we'll start heading this way, because I think we're going to fight these guys. We can start upgrading this here for the walls. And again, I'm not going to build anything in these other 2 slots until we actually get those walls. It's too early. I will upgrade the main settlement building though. That I think is worth it. And we'll still we'll keep our taxes off. So just looking through here, we have 220 jars. 220. Let's pop over here. Now, in no particular order, we're just going to start knocking out the rest of these. Okay, she did. She tried to wound us. But she failed. She failed. Get out of here. Leave us alone. We have 91 jars, so we'll go ahead and continue down the wisdom of the 4th dynasty. And we're going to get this guy in the water where nobody can hurt him anymore. You're safe now, little friend. And, ooh, boy. All right, we're going to go all the way up to here. And we are going to go into an ambush stance so that these guys don't, like, run off. And then we'll crush them next turn. I'm amazed that these guys haven't come out and taken this back. I'm kind of surprised. Let's see. Capture 800 battle captives. We have 11 turns. We'll get 800 to our treasury and 20 jars. Yeah, we're declaring war on you guys. Good, my chopper was getting all clean. Or something like that. Okay, they'll run. Can we catch them? Thanks. Oh, gosh. Darn it. Darn it. Darn it. Darn it. Darn it. Okay, that kind of peeves me a little bit. The problem is they may run away and we may not be able to catch them, and then they're going to be up here harassing us, and we get rebellions. Maybe I should have moved closer to them before we did that. Oh well, whatever. What we're going to do here with this hero is we're just going to go like uncover factions that eventually we may be able to trade with. One of the cool things about this, being on the Vortex campaign, is like the Vortex like stuff, the rituals and everything is still going on with all the other major factions. It's just, it has nothing to do with us. Like, we don't have to worry about it. So with the Tomb Kings, we should be able to get trade with like all the other factions. And since we start off at war with the Dark Elves, that pretty much means everyone who hates the Dark Elves could eventually become our friends. And so that's kind of like what we're going for here. That's our goal. Okay, fight me. Fight me! Gosh, darn it. Sons of... Okay, well. I think we could do this. We're going to have to play good. Oh, boy. I should have kept the army, like, right next to the settlement. What the heck was I thinking? They're going to raise it. Watch. If they win, they'll raise it and run off. Ah, boy. However, if we can pull a victory out of our hats, then they'll like retreat a little bit, and then our army will surely be able to destroy them, right? Oh boy. Oh man. I want to avoid their grudge thrower, or their rock lobber. I don't want to deal with it. So can we get up on this hill? I think we're gonna like run over here like little scaredy skeletons. Yeah, get over here. I mean, we got a bunch of stuff. We could do this, right? Nagara horsemen. Oh, I think we could do this. So here's what we'll do. We'll put these guys right there. They're gonna draw some of the rock lobber shots. We'll put our horsemen over here. And they'll just get all this stuff like up in here. Now, can they like get up here? They can't walk up here, so they'll have to like walk around this little corridor here to fight us, right? So this is where we can make like our last stand, like right here. Okay, and maybe if we like put our archers like way back there, they'll be hidden. Our Ushabti right there. Am I saying that right? Ushabti, yeah. Okay, I don't know exactly what the AI is doing, but their rock lobber's useless right now. Okay. And we'll bring these guys this way. Who's taking fire? Okay, it's the carrion. That's good, because if they turn to shoot at the carrion, they're not going to be able to hit the skeleton horseman. Okay, we're safe to look at this. Let's watch a nice little charge here by our spooky skeletons. Oh, that was cool. Boom! Look at those little goblins, man. It's like a record for shot put or something. All right, that thing is out of here. It's gone. Okay, I wasn't expecting that, really. Why aren't you guys, like... Really? They're just going to sit here and, like, shoot at those little skeletons? Okay, well, we're going to take these 2 units then. There we go. Melt them. Okay, the carrion are going to have to play intercept here. Orc boys. Okay, these guys are going right into the Night Goblin archers. Okay, there we go. They're losing bad there. And the Night Goblins are going to be sandwiched. There we go. Let's get the carrion up. Okay, we got more pesky Night Goblins showing up. Okay, let's get in here on these guys. Okay, Ushabti. We need to crack these guys right over here. Please don't run away. Please don't run away. Okay, this should be nice. Boom! They cleaved a big hole out of them. Okay, those guys are going to be gone. They're not going to stay around and fight through that. Horses, come back. You go there. Okay, we need to get on their lord, though. We got a big problem here. Okay, there we go. We're getting the first of our regen. Get our carrion over here. Okay, here we go. Crashing into the flank. We're going to lose our skeleton horsemen. Those guys are holding up strong. Let's get over here at the Ushabti, and let's hit the Night Goblins. Oh boy, we got orc boys. Actually, no, let's redirect back over here. We need to crush all this stuff if we can. And we'll get the carrion on the Night Goblin archers. Our chariot is going down. Yeah, we can move forward now. Come on. Knock out their lord. We must knock out their lord. Oh, these guys are not doing so good. We need lots of shots into the flanks over here. Somehow our carrion are not doing so good over there against the Night Goblins. But we got a pretty good shot right here into all the flanks of these guys. Their chariot's coming back. So let's get the carrion here. Oh, the chariot's broken again. Good. All this stuff is crumbling. Everything over here is breaking. Their lord is losing. We're at our second tier of healing. And let's get on the lord with these guys. And let's bring this unit, Nehekara's swordsman, up this way. Good. Let's go ahead and get on the archers again. We just want to harass the archers and keep them from firing, really, while we break all of the stuff down here. Come on, kill this guy. Let's come back with these guys. Actually, let's shoot the archers. Oh, man, their lord is just... He's not giving up. Okay, if we kill the lord... Okay, good. He's routed. Let's bring the carrion back up over here. Get their archers moving again. I think we're okay. I think we're going to win this. There we go. They're breaking. Yes! Ha 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 ha! No, there's no sense in trying to cause more casualties. I think we're pretty much okay where we are. So that building, finished just in time. Although, of course, if we hadn't attacked them, if we hadn't provoked them, we wouldn't have had to fight that battle. But we did okay. We will again be taking the jars. And we could see there was a chaos faction. So somebody is started a ritual. Attack a force belonging to the Thief Snatchers. That's 2,000 for our treasury plus 15 jars. That mission is now successful. We're going to go ahead here. We're going to do one more turn. We have 178 jars. So once again, we'll go down here. And it doesn't really matter which one we're picking right now. We're going to go ahead. We're going to wipe these guys out. They're in a force march, so they cannot get away. Can auto-resolve. We'll be taking the jars again. Lots of jars. Magic resistance, 20%. That's the Lich Bone pendant. We don't really need that in here. What is this? Yeah, okay, who cares? And boop. And let's see. If we turn on taxes, we'll have a rebellion next turn, and we can swoop in there and get 30 more jars right away. Let's see. How close are we over here? The reason I've been going down these research dynasties on the far end is that when they're all done, this one will give us a +1 army capacity, but it doesn't hurt our research rate. So we'll get an army out of this without the negative effect on our research. So, and then plus we get global recruitment duration -1 for all units, -1 turn, and then a global recruitment capacity of +3. So we can actually bring armies up a little bit faster too. So we are 250 jars away from what we need to be able to get this. So we're getting pretty close. We're getting close. Let's go ahead. Let's force march and just make sure that we get all the way there. And what are we doing? This one. Yes. Okay. That's good. We're not going to worry about that. Let's see. Are we going to build any buildings here? We can also, at a cost of 800 jars and 10,000, increase our army capacity with a new dynasty. And that's the next goal that we're going to have with our jars. And we're going to need to have 10,000 in our treasury at the same time. So what I think we're going to do, though, that's a ways off. We're quite a ways off from that. So I think we're going to go into Tyrant Peak. Actually, we're going to wait one more turn before we build anything here. So it's probably going to be next episode. Hero not moved. Go ahead and just keep selling this way with this guy here. We don't care about that. Unassigned skill points. We are not yet level 10. That's where things start to get fun. So for now, we'll just put a point into the skeletal steed. And over here, this is our Necrotect. We've got all the jars. We got pretty much all the goodies down here that we need. Let's go ahead and give ourselves the ability to heal our Hero Titan. We get 2 uses of that, 60 seconds apart, I believe. Over here, we're going to do... let's see. Replenishment. And for the last little guy here, we'll also put a point into replenishment. And that's it. That's it. There we go. Challengers. Now, hopefully it's not far enough into the campaign that they have Blackguard. It should still be too early for that. Okay, so we got our rebellion. We're going to do one more turn. This is a fun campaign. I really do enjoy it. So we've got that research. Yeah, good, good, good. We are... Well, let's hold on a sec. Let's see here. We're at our capacity for Lich Priests. Let's go ahead and wipe out the Rebellion real quick. And we will go ahead and auto-resolve, take the jars. Let's see. In Force March, they can only get up to, like, just where this hill is. So we should be okay to go up to about, like, here ourselves in Force March. We finally have the walls over here. And if we look at the settlement, there's no, like, special resource buildings or anything like that. We're going to go ahead and build the open graves here. Open graves. We want to get this up to the 3rd level so we can unlock the Tomb Guard. We're going to need those to counter the stronger Dark Elf units. And we could also get the Ushabti building, which is going to give us 1 unit of Ushabti, but we won't be able to get the next level of that. So I'm a little on the fence. We could get this for income, or we could do growth, or we could do this. Let's see. I think we're going to go ahead. We're going to get the Bone Shaper for more chariots when we get our 2nd army up. And that brings our income down to 9,400. And I think that is good for us, because we are going to be able to get a 2nd army up soon, and we want to have nice units in it. Now, can we see what they're fielding yet? No Blackguard. Okay, we'll just keep going with this guy. Where's Hedgewaddle? Oh! Okay, they're starting to feel better about us. We should be able to get peace from them pretty soon. And we could try to trade with the Cult of Pleasure, but we really don't get very much for trade. Research available. We have 109 jars, so we'll go right back here to Wisdom of the 4th Dynasty. Hopefully, these guys are going to come up here and take our settlement. Hopefully. Yes, yes, yes. Take it. Take the darn thing. Settle in it even. There we go. That's what we want. Because when we take it back, when we occupy it, we get 30 jars. So. Oh no! Lich Priest buried. Hero action cost plus 40%. Enemy hero action success chance plus 15. Ooh, that's terrible. No way. We don't want them to have a better chance to, like, wound us and stuff. So we'll take bury him. And you know what? I think that's pretty good for a first episode. I think we're doing good. We're at turn 28 of the campaign. We've got most of these dynasties on the end here researched. We're on the verge of getting 1 more and then, like, 1 more after that, and we'll be able to raise a 2nd army. And we'll still be plowing through these first tier of, like, the dynasty researches, whatever you want to call them, at 100% research rate, 110%. So that's pretty good. And so far, these guys aren't showing up with anything like overwhelming that I don't think we can beat. We should be able to storm through here and wipe them out pretty easily and get that 2nd army up. And then we just want to, like, get as many armies as we can with as much with our research staying at 100%. So if you enjoyed it, let me know with comments or thumbs up. Hope to see you around. You know, feel free to subscribe. If you're not, you can follow me on Twitter. Other than that, you have a good afternoon and take care. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.